so much for sticking with us. So we got some new poll numbers out, and it appears Joe Biden is like the most unpopular president ever. I wonder why. I wonder why people aren't liking JoJo from the block. You know, that regular guy from Scranton, PA tries to act like. Maybe it's the border crisis. Maybe it's the failed withdrawal from Afghanistan that got our troops killed. Maybe it's crazy rising inflation. Maybe it's the unconstitutional mandates. I don't know. You pick which one. The Associated Press released their brand new poll today. And by the way, that's the Associated Press, so nobody can say it's some conservative or crazy right-wing poll. Nope, sorry. So let's show the results. Since July, ratings have slumped for Democrats, and him, 92 to 85. That's among Democrats. They're not liking him already. Independents, JoJo, 62 down to 38%. Oh, wow. Republicans, I don't even know how there's an approval rating from Republicans on this guy. It's staying steady since the summer at 11. What's wrong with you? Now we'll break it down in different brackets as well. White Americans down to 42%. Black Americans, this is the big one. He dropped over 20% just in a couple months. 20% from 86 to 64. Now let's stay on this subject of sinking ships or sinking administrations, shall we? And go from Joe to Kamala. Take a look at this headline out. Maybe you've seen this cringe video, and it is cringy if you watch it. Just from her cackling and laughing and weird responses to these kids, she's a strange one. Anyway, folks, and no, that's not sexist for me to say that, so all you lefties can climb a rope. The children in the NASA space video with our vice president were actors. That's right. The kids in the clip, produced by, let me point this out, a Canadian-based entertainment company. They didn't even hire American. And oh, by the way, ready for it? The company's name's called Sinking Ship. So let me put all this together. The Sinking Ship Canadian-based company shot a video with actor children to talk about the NASA space program with our vice president. Got it? It's all together here? Okay. We're told one of the 5 kid actors was interviewed by Michelle Obama. The new NASA series, Get Curious with Vice President Harris, was released last week to celebrate World Space Week. So they got to stage stuff. They hire outside companies from another country. And oh, by the way, it's called Sinking Ship Productions. However, the video, we're told, was taped back in August. Okay, here's the best part. It was taped right in the middle of when the Taliban and ISIS-K were attacking and killing people in Afghanistan. If you haven't seen the video, show them a few seconds of this crap.
I love the idea of exploring the unknown. And then there's other things that we just haven't figured out or discovered yet. To think about so much that's out there that we still have to learn. Like, I love that. I love that. And so I'm very excited about the Space Council. We're going to learn so much as we increasingly, I think, are curious and interested in the potential for the discoveries and the work we can do in space. So that's one of the things I'm most excited about. But the other, you guys are going to see, you're going to literally see the craters on the moon with your own eyes.
Oh my goodness.
With your own eyes, I'm telling you, it is going to be unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. Can you believe it? Here now to discuss these subjects concerning this out-of-touch sinking ship of an administration. She's former Princeton and Vanderbilt professor and co-author of the book, Black Eye for America, How Critical Race Theory is Burning Down the House, our friend, Dr. Carol Swain. Hey, Doc, how you been?
I am great. And isn't that pathetic?
It's cringy.
I mean, if you look at her, she is far too cute and far too girlish for me. And to me, she's almost like a poster child of why we wouldn't want to pick people based on the quality, the color of their skin, rather than the content of their character or their merit-based abilities or their intellect. And it's not just her. Given what has happened with her vice presidential office, it has to be the people working for her. No one is thinking. She makes too many mistakes. And either they don't care or they're totally out of touch with the American people. And yes, sinking ship entertainment is appropriate because the Biden administration is a sinking ship. And even the people who are loyal to him see this now. And I think that's why some of the Democrats are retiring from Congress. Who wants to be part of a sinking ship?
Yeah. Well, they're rats jumping off of a sinking ship is what those Democrats are. All right. We've had enough of the VP. I mean, she's barely ever out in the press anyway. Why would we give her any more? Let's go back to Joe and those poll numbers from the Associated Press, Doc, and talk about the black community. They are not liking this administration. Since about July, he has tanked double digits. Why do you think that's happening so much?
Because there's so much pain on the black community that people realize that they were used in this election. And truth be known, if we actually knew what took place in 2020 during the November elections, my bet would be that President Donald Trump got far more of the inner city black vote than we've attributed to him. And so we don't know what his actual numbers were because the election was so flawed. And I think that the blacks that are losing confidence in Joe Biden are also losing confidence in the Democratic Party. They may not become Republicans, but they're not going to turn out to vote for Democrats. And I would also, I'm going to predict this, and it's not much of a prediction. You can be sure that they will find another George Floyd case or something to try to energize the black community. It's not really the black community, but the radicals to say that Republicans are racist, that police are evil, and that the Democrats are the only thing that can save our nation.
Yeah, they tried that one last year. Joe maybe won. Again, that's still up in the air with a fraudulent election, but let's just say people think he did. But now the ones that voted for him in the black community are seeing, like you just said, that they were used. And hopefully everyone opens their eyes come 2022 and 24. I want to ask you about this, too. Speaking of out-of-touch liberals and folks on the left, put the headline up, guys. I know you probably saw this, Doc, and you being an educator and a professor at two very prestigious schools in your history. How about this? New York City is going to phase out their gifted and talented program at their public elementary schools. De Blasio is getting rid of this, even though his kids are in an accelerated program. And this really affects, this isn't just for rich people, folks. The talented and gifted is what it is for talented and gifted. Oh, by the way, there's black, brown, white, and a lot of Asian folks in this program, kids meaning. And so there's a lot of New Yorkers upset about this decision. Your thoughts on that?
Well, they should be. And it's happening in other places, too. The move to get away from advanced placement courses, from entrance exams where children are tested on their abilities. And so they're lowering the standards, trying to bring about, quote, equity, equal outcomes rather than equal opportunity. It will harm the minority students that, not just minority students, but the students that are put in situations where they are with students that are so far advanced that don't belong in that classroom. And so we really do need to realize that this is something that's CRT, it's DEI, and it's dangerous. It's not for America.
You got it. And we'll close with your book because there's a lot of stuff that's not for America, like that CRT crap. Dr. Carol Swain's book, Black Eye for America, How Critical Race Theory is Burning Down the House. Check it out. Doc, thank you so much for always coming on and keeping it real.